This is our title, Prevalence of Bullying Among Teenagers at Purok, Pag-asa, Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat. A thesis presented to the Faculty of Senior High School Department, Southern Mindanao Institute of Technology Incorporated, National Highway, Barangay Bernaflor, Tacorong City, in partial fulfillment for the requirements for the humanities and social sciences. Chapter 1, Background of the Study. Bullying has become one type of violence that threatens a young person's well-being in schools and in the neighborhoods. Bullying creates effects that are felt by individuals, families, schools, and society as whole and may result in the young people feeling powerless, intimidated, and humiliated by the aggressive deeds of fellow mates. This vice may occur in many settings, such as schools, after-school programs, or in a youth's neighborhoods. In England, research findings indicate that more than half of young people have experienced some form of fear victimization in their lives, with approximately 2 in 5 reporting some type of bullying, including cyberbullying, in the previous year. However, experience of bullying differ across social groups. Boys are more likely to be hit or threatened, while girls are more likely to suffer from indirect form of bullying such as social isolation and rumor spreading. In the Philippines, a survey conducted revealed that bullying or abuse is experienced by 1 in 2 Filipino school children. This was backed up with an Australian with newspapers stating that 50% of Filipino students are being bullied in school. Also, the students in the Philippines had led the record of different types of bullying, which include being made fun of, being called names, left out of activities by others, and made to do things the student did not want to. In Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat, especially in Purok, Pag-asa, as observed, young people are greatly affected by bullying because some of them have dropped out of school and many of them do not leave their homes due to bullying. Teenagers who are bullied are more likely to experience depression, anxiety, and sometimes long-term damage to self-esteem. Here are the research questions. Next, the scope and the limitation. This study focuses on prevalence of bullying among teenagers at Purok, Pag-asa, Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat. This involved a survey for those who are bullied. The selection of respondents are only limited since there are a lot of teenagers in Purok, Pag-asa, Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat. This research is designed to have a thorough knowledge of problems of bullying on why they are being bullied. Here are the statement of the problem. This study aimed to determine the prevalence of bullying among teenagers in Purok, Pag-asa, Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat. Question number 1. What is bullying? Question number 2. What are the possible reasons of bullying? Number 3. Does bullying affect teenagers? Chapter 2, Review of Related Literature. This chapter presents a review of literature and studies for further understanding for this study. Bullying. Bullying behavior is a social problem that is part of violent behavior done aggressively with discrete hurt, either physical, verbally, psychologically, through an intermediary and without intermediary, violate the rights, the power difference between perpetrator and victim, and performed repeatedly in recent years. The phenomenon of bullying become a source of concern all over the world, are constantly increasing and significant, mainly occurring in children and adolescents, especially at school age. The prevalence of bullying. The prevalence of bullying victimization among Irish students in second-level education is high. Earlier studies of Irish adolescents revealed that in the 1990s, almost 15.6% of 12 to 18 years old students report having been bullied at some point. By the mid-2000s, the number of 12 to 16 years old students in second level who reported being bullied in the previous 3 months was 36.5%. However, it's difficult to estimate if the prevalence of bullying is rising, given that study use constructing measurement of prevalence and frequency, and the ways in which adolescents are bullied are changing with the involvement of new media. Internationally, it is also changing to compare prevalence rates of bullying. Reports of bullying vary from 13 to 75% across studies, and methodology is a key factor contribution to those discrepancies. Effect of bullying. Past research has shown that involvement in bullying and poor physical and mental health are related, though in different ways according to the different groups of students involved: bullies, victims, or bully victims. A meta-analysis of studies investigating the relation between victimization and psychosocial maladjustment found a stronger association with measurements of depression, anxiety, unhappiness, loneliness, or self-esteem. In general, victims reported elevated levels of psychological distress. Gathering information. Primarily, the study applied the library techniques in gathering the data. The research will collected all relevant information in Purok, Pag-asa, Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat. The researcher gathered information pertained to this study in the thesis compilations found in the Purok, Pag-asa, Poblacion, Lambayong, Sultan, Kudarat. Aside from the library techniques, the researcher applied the online search technique that will serve as support to the gathered data. This research got some information from googlescholar.com. For the other references, the researcher explored online materials related to the study such as thesis compilation at the said department, online articles, portable document format or PDF, book, and dictionary for literary of terms. Conceptual framework. The conceptual framework shows us the description of main independent and dependent variable of the study about the prevalence of bullying and the effects of the bullying. Figure 1 shows us the framework of the study and indicates its relationship of independent and dependent variables. The independent variable is prevalence of bullying and dependent variable is the effect of bullying. Definition of terms. The following terms used in the study are defined conceptually to ensure clarity and better understanding. Bullying. It refers to repetitive and intentional peer aggression where there exists a power imbalance. Prevalence refers to the number of events or defects in an individual or a population at a specified time.